While the world is questioning whether Trump is siding with Russia over Ukraine, something interesting has been brewing behind the scenes. The US has been secretly talking to an ally of the Russian President Putin to revive the Nord Stream pipeline, reportedly. And reports say that an old friend of Putin, with connections to the Trump administration, has been holding secret discussions to get the Nord Stream pipeline back up and running. And guess what? It would involve American funding. Yes, you heard that right. A former spy and close associate of Putin is said to be working on restarting the Nord Stream pipeline to Europe with support from American investors. Now, this is a surprising move indeed that shows the extent of Trump administration's reconciliation attempts as far as Moscow is concerned. Matthias Warnig, a former East German spy who ran Nord Stream 2's parent company until 2023, is reportedly behind this effort. Warnig has reached out to the Trump team through American businessmen, reportedly trying to negotiate a solution to the war in Ukraine while strengthening economic ties between the US and Russia. Some top figures in the Trump administration are reportedly aware of this plan to involve American investors and see it as a way to rebuild relations with Russia. And there's even a US-led group of investors that have outlined a deal with Gazprom, that Russia's state-controlled gas company. Recently, European leaders have also become aware of talks surrounding Nord Stream 2. They are concerned, especially since one of the two Nord Stream 2 pipelines was damaged in sabotage attacks in September 2022, which also affected the older Nord Stream 1 project. The second Nord Stream 2 pipeline still exists but has never been used. Explosions on the 26th of September 2022 had damaged the pipelines, which were built to carry Russian natural gas to Germany under the Baltic Sea. The damage added to the tensions over the war in Ukraine, as European countries basically moved to wean themselves off Russian energy sources. And now, who was responsible for the sabotage remains a mystery. Investigators have been tight-lipped about their findings so far, which then brings us back to what's happening today. This is why European leaders are allegedly concerned about this secret US-Russia talks. In theory, this plan to get the pipeline up and running with American funding could give America considerable influence over energy supplies to Europe, especially after many EU countries decided to basically reduce their reliance on Russian gas due to the war. However, there are significant challenges to making this happen. It's not that easy. First of all, the US would need to lift sanctions on Russia, and then Russia would have to agree to resume gas sales it cut off during the war. Plus, Germany would need to allow the gas to flow to European buyers. But you see, the timing of these secret talks is also important. The Trump administration is racing to finalize a peace deal with Russia, which has excluded European countries and Ukraine, raising concerns in European capitals about a potential US agreement with Moscow that might jeopardize their safety. And Trump has indicated that if a peace agreement for Ukraine is reached, there could be great economic cooperation with Russia. And Putin also suggested that US companies are already interested in potential deals that could come from such an agreement. And here's why this is important as well. During his first term, Trump made strong efforts, remember, to stop the Nord Stream 2 project and encouraged Germany, in fact, to buy American liquefied natural gas instead. However, now that he's back in the White House, he seems to have changed his stance completely. The proposed deal involves American investors stepping in to save Nord Stream 2 from bankruptcy, giving them a stake in the company. And this could allow them to profit if Russian gas starts flowing to Germany again, provided that sanctions are lifted after a ceasefire in Ukraine. And it would also give the US significant control over Germany's energy supplies. Recent reports have indicated that negotiations in Switzerland have been brokered by influential parties, which just tells us how the dynamics have shifted around the pipeline. And most importantly, between the US and Russia. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.